Wow, two very, very, very different cards, Taurus. I just can't tell you. A lot of you may already know this. So the Eight of Swords represents feeling bound and tied up by your thinking. You're really not. You're not physically tied up and bound. No, but you haven't made some decisions, or you've been wondering which way to go, what decision to make, and you're feeling a little crossed up. And I say crossed up, well, these look like crosses in a way. I don't mean anything by that in a religious or biblical sense. Although, look at this. Now that I say that, my eyes went right to her cross. So that's interesting. Okay. She feels tied up and bound and thinking in her head too much. She's analyzing. She's not being able to make a move because she can't. She's just tied up, and there's a bandana over her vision. She's not seeing. There's a beautiful mountain in the background with a castle. So she could just turn around and open her eyes or see things more clearly. And this is you, Taurus. If you do that, you know, you have the help of the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, she's just like the most psychic of all the cards in the deck. She knows that everything she needs is within her. She, in fact, does represent, interestingly enough, I was talking about Scorpio, but not that she represents Scorpio, but she does represent hidden agendas. So, you know, it feels like she, and I say she, these cards are not gender specific. So you guys that are listening, just know that he, she, okay? There's just two women in the cards, that's all. So for any of you all that are feeling this way, like there have been choices and decisions and you don't know whether you need to go ahead and take that job or do the project that has been given to you or take the promotion, you go into your psychic awareness. There may be some other thoughts, ideas, like I said, hidden agendas. You may see deeper underneath how it will or will not serve your purpose. Okay, so she understands the more negative side of life and the lighter side of life. All right, I'm just looking at this in the initials. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the first 2 weeks of November. And remember, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If these cards do not resonate with you, then always watch your Moon and Rising as well anyway, actually, because it sometimes will complete the story. You know, I've said this almost every video, but I have a reader on YouTube that I watch. I've watched her for some years. And my sign for this month, for the month of October, did not resonate. I think one sentence made a little bit of sense, but then I watched my rising and it made a lot more sense, okay? So, well, I'm liking November, and you guys are not the only ones that November's really coming out to play, if you will. These are 2 honestly very positive cards. The Ace of Swords is victory and success around your thinking. So while first you feel a little bit tied up at the first half of October, by the time November gets here, you've unchained yourself, or you've gotten free from this bondage, and now you have been given victory and success, blessings of victory and success, ideas, implementation. You're moving forward with those. This is the 8 of Wands. This is about sudden news that comes up for you, maybe in your inbox or text. It could mean someone wants to hire you and they're ready for you to come. It's usually very positive news. This card represents positivity. Okay, positive news. This wouldn't represent, like, usually does not represent, oh my gosh, someone's been in a car accident. This is usually like moving forward in life, okay? And this comes under this high priestess. So I really feel like with your intuitive abilities, if you all want a reading, then look in the See More section of down below, and you'll see the link to my order page. I'm just throwing that in there just because this is, you have some things going on, as we always do. And it may be why this last card came up, is moving quickly, swiftly, getting news swiftly within sometimes 2 to 3 days. This is fast. This is fast towards the second week of November. Okay, so I'm going to look at the transition card, then this last card. What is this transition card? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, nice. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I feel like this is you guys. I feel like you own your inner Taurian, your inner self. Of course, the pentacles represent our money, our finances, our health. If any of you all have been experiencing unbalanced health, any type of issues, doctor, needing hospital care, whatever it is, she represents health, body, and money. So she's all the physical things on the outside. She's the essence of this. The king sort of masters this. She's just like the essence. So there's a nice Taurian grounded feeling that comes once you really tune into what's going on, the hidden agendas, and your psychic, your intuitive awareness. And then things start to happen. Things start to flow for you. Okay, let's look at this last card and another pentacle card, the Eight of Pentacles. Around your work, you're going to see finance improvement. You're going to see success. This is working hard, not necessarily a labor job, any type of job. Some of you are going to receive accolades. Some of you are going to take on like new learning skills at your particular job. This can represent an apprentice, but it's someone who's very happy with their work. They're doing well. It's the 8. It's about abundance. Okay. It's interesting how the transition was the Queen of Pentacles and the 8 needed to come up. This could mean here, where do we go from here? It's being happy with your work. You've somehow made a decision of which way to go, where best suits you. You've gotten really grounded. An idea comes up and you move forward towards what makes you happy. I know this is a lot about work. There could be some love in here. Let me look into my crystal. All right, so this is for Taurus, mid-October through, wow, the first thing that came up for me was a huge eagle. So I don't know if any of you all have animal totems and they're eagles, because there's also lots of purple, cobalt blue, and green around this. It's very healing. It's what it signifies more than this. You know what else I'm thinking of is not an eagle, but that book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. If that book represents anything to you, means anything to you on an emotional level, wow, okay. So this could also mean some of you that are into UFOs, extraterrestrial type of situations, extraterrestrial, that you read about them. Interesting, because one of the last signs I did, I can't remember, it was it was dinosaurs, but for you guys it's It's more of outer. It's not as earth related as it is space related or universe related, or, you know, interesting. Lots of colors. Again, a very beautiful green, blue, light purple. I know I said those colors before. So there's a lot of growth, achievement, abundance, spiritual wisdom. Wow, I can't tell you how pretty these colors are. So I hope this made any sense to some of you Taurians. Please put comments below if any of the reading resonated and what did resonate for you. Remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm so grateful to all of you that have. And like the video if you like the video. And of course, like I said, to order a reading at the See More section below, there is the link to my order page. Okay, and also to you animal lovers, it feels right to say, you know, be kind to your animals. They will give you that love back. All right? Okay, Taurus, you all be well. Take care. Pay attention to your inner gut feelings. You know, what says yay or nay, you know, and I see some success coming up for some of you guys, like I said, in November. So that's awesome. Okay, Taurus. Oh, I didn't have the cards up. Didn't have the cards up. Hold on. This is 8 and 2 is 10, 11, 12. And 8 is 20. You know, we have 2 8s here. The 8 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. You're looking for balance, my friends. You're just looking for balance within your money, within your thinking, within personal life, relationships. Yeah, you definitely are looking for balance. Okay, so 10, 11, and 8, 11, 12, 8, 20, like I said. 2 in numerology represents diplomacy, patience, sensitivity towards, oh, how would I say this? Sensitivity towards the intuitive side of life. And I'm not just saying this because of her, but she is a 2. Not so sensitivity as much in your emotions, although it can be, but just sensitive to what's going on around you. Hopefully that makes sense for some of you. And then the 20 in the major arcana is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is, you know, it's like the rebirth. Feeling anew. Usually this card, if you remember, has usually a husband and a wife, or just like a man and a woman and a child standing in the water. They're nude, they're naked because it is a rebirth. There's an angel above them. She usually has a horn in her hands. And it signifies all types of religions, but it also signifies, you know, judgment, meaning you've seen the good and the bad of everything. What is it that makes you feel like, and she can help you with this, what is it that makes you feel good in what all you've been doing lately? What part of all of this do you want to move forward with, and what part of it do you not want to? Because the part you want to will help you to grow and birth and evolve, rebirth and evolve.